Hey everybody, it's Peter for Kia Canada. Kia Connect is one of my favorite features of Kia vehicles, and in this video I'm going to explain how I talk about Kia Connect to customers to help you better understand it, manage customers' expectations, and demonstrate it yourselves. So the first thing we should talk about is the delay. There's actually a reason for the delay. Once you give your phone a command, it has to send that command up to a number of servers. Once those servers process that information, it sends it to the car. And then the same thing happens in reverse. The car reacts to whatever you've told it to do, it sends that signal back to servers and back to the phone when you get a notification saying that it has been completed. Now the cool thing is, you don't actually have to wait for that notification to show up. Once you've given the command, you can continue using your phone as normal, and when everything is completed, it'll send you that notification so that you know for sure it's been complete. So now I'm going to show you how to remote start your vehicle through Kia Connect. On a gasoline car like this, you're going to have a button that says start the engine, but on an EV, it's a little bit different. You have a button that says start climate, and that's because there's no engine to start in order to warm up or cool down the vehicle. So what I'm going to do is hit that start climate button right now. I have to enter my PIN code, although you can also use your biometric, like your Face ID or something like that, to make it work. Once it does that, there's a little check mark, the pin's accepted. It's kind of glowing red. At that point, you can set down the phone, you can continue using your phone for other things, you know the signal's been said, and then you'll get notifications. So the notification just came through, the vehicle has remote started, and I can hear the climate system running. Now, the cool thing about an EV is you can actually remote start the car from inside a garage. There's no tailpipe emissions, and if the vehicle's plugged in, it's not actually drawing from your battery, so it's not actually affecting your range. It's going to draw from the grid to warm up or cool down that car, saving all of that range for when you're ready to drive. The next feature I'm going to tell you about is Find My Car. And to find that on the phone, the bottom right of the Kia Connect app has a little map looking icon. You're going to click that, and then it has a button saying Find My Car. When I click that, I have to enter the PIN number, which I'm doing right now. And then it can locate your car. And what's really cool about this is it works whether the car is driving or static. So if you have a family member out in the car, it's not looking for their cell phone, it's actually finding the exact car. So if it's in a parking lot, they can find it. And even if they're driving home, it'll tell you where they are as they're driving home. The other obvious feature that this is really great for is if you've gone to maybe a big shopping mall and you've parked in a place that you don't know exactly where your car is, it's very easy to find your car. It's such a simple, easy to use feature, and it really enhances the customer experience. Now we're going to talk about vehicle status, and this is one of the most important features of the Kia Connect app, and I think it's really underrated, but when you talk about customer satisfaction, this one matters. Vehicle status is under the home screen on the bottom left. You're going to hit vehicle status, and it's going to show you all kinds of things about the car at a glance. It can tell you if your climate's on, it can tell you if the engine's running, if it's a gasoline car. It'll tell you if your doors are open, doors are locked, those kind of things. On an EV, it can also tell you your state of charge. Now, one thing to remember is the button on the top right of that screen. It looks like an arrow in a circle. You're going to want to hit that button to refresh the screen, because sometimes the information here is not up to date. Maybe the door was open 10 minutes ago or an hour ago. If this screen isn't fully up to date, it may not give you accurate information. So you want to make sure you refresh that page by using the top right button, that circular arrow, to make sure that the current status of the vehicle is shown in an up-to-date state on the screen. The next feature I'm going to talk about in Kia Connect is EV specific. So when you have an EV, there's 5 icons along the bottom of the Kia Connect app. The center one is EV related information. So you're going to click that, and you're going to click climate settings. This is where you can set the climate to, say, 21 degrees inside your vehicle. You can also turn on your heated steering wheel, set various defrosters, and maybe some other options depending on the vehicle. If you back out of that screen, you can go to the schedule screen. Now the schedule screen allows you to do a lot of cool things. If you have a hydro rate that gets cheaper, say at midnight or something, you could schedule your car to charge at midnight to save you money. You can also schedule your climate, and that schedule page, you can turn on various functions for climate and for the charge to allow you to save money and have your car ready to go. So if you're leaving at 6 in the morning, you can set your car every morning to be ready to go, warmed up at 6 o'clock. Whether you have a gasoline vehicle or an EV, you can use your engine start settings or your climate settings to set up favorites. Now this is a cool feature that I really like on my EV. So what I do is when I set up a favorite is I have a winter inside and a winter outside, and your customer may have a whole bunch of scenarios that work for them. The reason I set up winter inside is because an EV can warm itself up inside a garage, but I maybe don't have to defrost the windows, but I want the heated steering wheel on and I can choose the temperature. Winter outside, I want the windows to defrost to clear that snow, maybe after a long work day. So you can set up presets that work for various parts of your life and just tap that button once to get the vehicle to do exactly what you want. One of the coolest features on the Kia Connect app is available on cars with a surround view monitor. So to find this feature, click on the top 3 lines on the top left of the app and you'll see an option for surround view monitor. If you tap that, you'll load into a section where you can request images. Now this is pretty cool because the images that you're familiar with on your backup camera, that top-down view, and each individual camera can take pictures. So you can have 5 pictures that you can use to identify what's around your vehicle. Now that's really cool because if you're sitting in your living room and maybe you hear a noise outside by your car, you can request those images and see what's around them. You can also save those pictures to your phone to use at a later time. So those are just a few of the features available on Kia Connect. What I love about Kia Connect is it really enhances my ownership experience. And each individual vehicle has a different set of features specific to that vehicle. So make sure you go over with your customer exactly what their vehicle has so that they can really enjoy the experience of Kia Connect on their vehicle.
Kia, movement that inspires.